What's up guys, J-Mac here, and today I want to help you improve your scores in Crossy Road. I've got a few tips to help you guys do that, so here we go with tip number 1. This first tip is for those who play on a mobile device, like a phone or a small tablet or whatever. If you play on those devices, my first tip for you guys is to turn your device sideways. Turning your device horizontally allows you to see more of what's going on around you. Take a look at these two images here, you can see exactly what I mean. By being able to see more what's around you, it helps you when you have to navigate through heavy traffic because you can spot cars, trains, logs, any other obstacles much earlier than you could if you were playing with your device held upright. Now this next trick isn't something you're going to use very often, but it's still a very nice trick to have up your sleeve. When you're crossing the rivers on the logs, you may not think you can only jump forwards or backwards, but in some cases you can actually jump horizontally from one log to the next. If the logs are close enough to each other, I'd say about like one chicken length apart, you can easily jump between them. It also helps if you're going against the flow of the river, but as long as the logs aren't moving too fast, you can also go with the flow of the river in some cases. It takes some practice being able to spot when exactly you can and can't do this and to be able to make that decision very quickly. And you won't use this move all too often, as I said earlier, but in a game like Crossy Road, having more movement options only benefits your high scores. Now this may seem like an obvious one because we all know we can jump left and right as well as forward and back, but when I watch people play this game, everyone tends to forget this. For example, some people may see a car coming, but rather than move left or right around it, they'll wait for it to pass so they can just keep moving forward in the lane that they're in. I know it's sort of natural or instinctive to do this, and after all, you don't get points for going left and right, but if you are severely limiting your movement options by only moving forward and back. For example, let's say you're on a train track and you see a car coming, you decide I'm just going to wait for the car to pass until I move on. The train might start coming when the car is directly in front of you, and then it'll be too late to move around it or to, get past it before the train hits you. Or if you're in the middle of the street, you're waiting for a car to pass you, another car might pressure you into the corner where you can't escape and it results in you dying. My point is, you never know when something's going to come and trap you, so you want to keep that in mind when you're deciding whether or not you should wait for something to pass or trying to move around it. Plus, if this isn't enough to convince you, it also helps you in the late game when you really have to move side to side a lot because you usually only have small gaps to pass through when you're crossing the grass. So if you don't get used to moving side to side as quickly as you can jump back and forth, you're going to have a much harder time when you get into those higher scores. Now, if you watch any of my Crossy Road gameplays, usually for the first 100 points or so, I'm usually moving very quickly, jumping very fast, having close calls, and while that makes for very entertaining gameplay, that's not actually the reason why I do it. The two reasons why I do this is because, one, it saves a lot of time when you're going for the high scores, when you can jump through the first 100 points in like 30 seconds or so. So when you die and you have to go back from the start, it helps you get to the higher scores more quickly, and saves you a lot of time. The second reason, which is the main reason why I do it, is because it actually helps you improve your reaction and your quick thinking skills. When you get around the 400 points, things start getting very fast. The cars and logs are going to move a lot faster. There's going to be more obstructions like trees and rocks in your path. You're usually only going to have a very small window where you can actually advance through. So in order to be able to play in these high scores, you have to be really good at reacting fast and making quick decisions. And you obviously aren't going to spend much time playing at those really high scores and those really high speeds. So being able to practice playing the game quickly in the early stages helps you prepare for the late game when everything's moving super fast. This last tip is kind of an obvious one, but it's still worth mentioning because I see people doing it all the time. We all want to unlock all the characters, but after you get to about 100 points or so, stop going out of your way for the coins. The coins do not offer you any points, they're not going to help you get your high scores, they're only going to risk getting you killed, and nothing feels worse than dying just a few points away from a new high score just because you wanted to grab an extra coin that was out of the way. If you want to earn coins faster, turn on your push notifications so you can claim your free reward I think it's like every 6 hours you get a reward. And also occasionally as you're playing, you'll get quests where you have to like scare 10 birds, jump over 10 logs, jump 100 times, dodge a few cars, whatever the quest may be. Completing these quests and doing the occasional rewards, these will get you so many more coins than just grabbing the streets. One quest usually gets you about like 50, maybe 50, 60 coins. Sometimes you might even get 100 coins out of one of the rewards. And that's about like at least 10 games worth of coins that you would find. So it's really just not worth grabbing each individual coin. If they're already in your path, go ahead and grab them, but don't go out of your way to grab coins. Okay guys, well that about does it for this video. I hope this video helps you guys improve on your scores and helps you brag to all your friends about how good you are at Crossy Road. This is also my first commentary on the channel, so any constructive criticism is welcome in the comments. Also, if you think you have a helpful tip that wasn't included in this video, go ahead and comment that as well. So if this helped you and you want to see some more guides like this for other games, hit that subscribe button for more content, and I will see you guys next time.